I'm Christian Williams. Here's my parents' share presentation for Group A. Character descriptions. How does the author physically describe the character? So is he like big and scary, or is he going to be someone who's like smaller and needs to be wittier to be able to get through the story and get through the problems that they're going to face? What language is used to describe their actions? So are they nasty, and are they dumb, or are they smart, you know? So how does the author perceive them, use the words that he uses to make us perceive them in a certain way? And then how do they talk and act that makes us perceive them in certain ways? So one example would be Cinderella and the Ugly Stepsisters. The stepsisters are all mean and nasty, so that's why we associate them as ugly. The setting, what significance does the year, or like the time of day have? Like, what significance does the time have? For like the year, it'd be like, if it's in like an older time, you know, if there's like a robbery or something and it was set in like the 1900s, like the early, there would be no cameras, so they'd have to investigate differently. Time of day, if there was like, I guess that could also work for a robbery if it was nighttime and difficult to see. Location, what significance does that have? So would it be like up north, like in the winter? So this is also for weather as well. So it's like, how does that affect the characters of the story and how they're gonna be dealing with these problems? And then what does this description of the area add to the story? So what is lighting? Like, is it dark and like gloomy and creepy? Or is it light outside? Is it more relaxed and maybe there's other problems or something like that? Is it like a city, or is it like wide open, nothing really around you? How does that affect the story? Perspective. What are the biases of the narrator in the beginning of the story, stuff like that? Like people that the author, the narrator doesn't really like in the beginning, and then also how can those perspectives shift from going throughout the story and having new ideas? Is the character limited to just the events that have already happened in the story? Or are they omniscient, as in like they're telling back the story, so they know everything that's already happened? And or they're learning the story as you are, and they're just going along? And then for films, is it like an up top camera angle that's more so implying like less importance of the characters, or is it like an up close angle to give the characters like a real personal feel, and give like a up close experience? Is comparisons, what metaphors and similes are they used? Are they using like or as for the similes? And then how is the author using those to get at the point that they're trying to make? Also, is the text an allegory? So is the text as an entirety, or is a character as an entirety made for getting at a certain idea that the author is trying to imply? So an example could be like a character, if the story is about anger issues, does one character have anger issues, and that character, what does that character learn and grow? Ironies. So the expectation versus the actuality is one. So they expect one thing, like their house to not be burnt down, but then it is. The literal versus underlying meaning. One example of that is like when Father Paul says, "I'm glad y'all understand." So the literal is that I'm glad y'all understand what he was having to say, but the underlying was like he really didn't understand what was going on. He was just, they weren't telling him everything. And then another irony is the character's belief versus the audience's knowledge, as in like a character being like, see you tomorrow, but the audience knows that he dies today, something like that. And then finally, titles and epigraphs. So why did the author choose this title, and what deeper meanings could they have meant by this title? A good example is the morning song. So the morning song is could be meaning morning as in like baby, and new life and new and stuff like that, new day, or mourning, because obviously the tone and the author was using a very depressing tone, seeming as if like the mother was like mourning like her life or something that she was missing from being a mother. That's it.